Excuse me. Welcome back. We're doing some more Kevin Bridges. We haven't released any Kevin Bridges yet, but there's going to be a Kevin Bridges coming out tomorrow on the 4th of May. But I've got to see more Kevin Bridges because Scottish people are naturally funny, and Kevin Bridges is the best thing to come out of Scotland since not Robert the Bruce, Billy Connolly. Just looking at his face makes me laugh. He's on the still here. Look at this. Look at his face, cheeky chappy. I like Kevin Bridges. I've not watched a full show. I don't think he performs anywhere outside of Scotland because nobody can understand him. But I'm going to watch, Greatest Stand-Up Moments of Kevin Bridges. Let's go for it, shall we?
Try to keep it as funny as possible. Comedy can be tough when you're not funny. The same way that being a priest can be tough when you've got Tourette's syndrome. Now you'd be going in the name of the Father, Andrew, smell your maw.
Sorry, the whole idea of this is to, where is it? There, see, try not to laugh. Try not to laugh. That's what I'm going to try and do. But I'm failing miserably tonight. Come on, carry on, Kevin. I think I've said before on one of the other videos, my mum is Scottish. Her whole family are Scottish. My dad's an only child. So I get the Scottish humour. I spend a lot of time in Scotland with work, so I understand a lot of this. And it's Scottish people have got the only divine right to swear. You can have a 10-year-old Scottish child swearing and it's acceptable because they know how to swear properly. And he's obviously been doing it for the last 20 years, 30 years or more. But it's, Scottish people are the only people that can get away with swearing. I love it. Let's go for it.
Just you calm yourself, Aaron. Let's finish this guy's funeral. A double dip recession. That's what we're calling it. That's what we're in. Double dip. I don't even know what that means. That used to be a good thing. Double dip. Since when was that a negative? These fucking bankers have ruined dip dip.
Double dip used to be sweet, or if you're American, confectionery. And it used to be sherbet. And you used to have raspberry and orange and a weird swizzle stick. And you used to lick it, dip it into raspberry, dip it into orange. It was called a double dip. I think he's on about recession though. He's probably going to mention the double dip sherbet as well.
I think an orange and cherry sherbet with a swizzle stick.
Yes, yeah. We went to the same school, or primary school, or went in the same shops, obviously.
Anything the government cuts. I don't feel.
I said before, Mickey Flanagan and Peter Kay. Peter Kay is a northern powerhouse of comedy. He's one of the biggest guys in the UK, but he's northern. And I said on a video of Mickey Flanagan recently that maybe Mickey Flanagan is the southern guy that everybody looks up to because he shares the childhood. Peter Kay's childhood was my childhood. Everything he experienced, I experienced it. Mickey Flanagan in the south, And I think Kevin Bridges in Scotland is talking about the Scottish childhood, and it's going to be something completely different, but everybody up there loves it. But we'll see. But I think that's the case, though.
I understand it. I read last week America, they're in $16 trillion of debt. That is fucking unacceptable, isn't it? How the fuck do you get into $16 trillion? Surely somebody at the IMF's got to get on the phone. Look, you fucking got till Friday. Trying to make us look like pricks here. 16 trillion. America or skint, Europe or skint. I hope Africa have got some good rock bands, because we need a concert. That's my solution. It's their fucking round. I can show some appeal videos. This is Gordon and Diane from Bishop Briggs. Oh, I can't watch these videos. Why do they always show you this stuff when you're having your tea? Do you notice that? Gordon and Diane, like so many others, took out a fixed rate mortgage. The world can be such a fucking cruel place. Puts things into perspective. It was only this morning I had the cheek to moan about having to walk 20 miles for clean water. Then you fucking see this. Every time I click my fingers, a newly married couple from Dumfries have a credit card application rejected. A double dip recession. I've got mates who've lost their job. I know people who have went beyond unemployed. I've got people in my social circle. I've got friends who I can only describe as being unemployed as fuck. I know that's not fully utilising the English language, but that's what's being created these days. People who have just been forgotten about, people who are unemployed as fuck. They've just been forced to embrace the rut they're in. They're sat at home, they've got their routines, home's under the hammer, then it's man versus food. They're fucking adamant they've been missold PPI. Every 15 minutes you see that advert on the phone, where's my fucking PPI then? I don't know what it stands for, but I would like it back. I need that money so I can adopt a snow leopard. I feel for them. It must be tough. Under the coalition government, I love their proposals for the job crisis. David Cameron and their guys, the work experience programmes, creating jobs for people, just like normal jobs. The only difference being you don't get paid. If you're unemployed, you get to work, but you don't get any wages, but it's to boost your self-esteem. That's how fucking condescending. That's what people need. Last Friday of the month, I'm going to go and check and see if my self-esteem's in. Feeling a bit low. Oh, thank the Lord it's Self-Esteem Friday. Going to try and pay these bills. Hi, is that British Gas? Listen, mate, I'm skint, but I feel terrific. I'm London. Are you prepared to accept self-esteem? Or maybe I can go on Skype and just smile at you. How's that? To stop people slipping into depression, David Cameron said about the work experience programmes, Pound Stretcher, they were one of the first shops to sign up to these programmes. Working in Pound Stretcher for no wages, that's pretty fucking depressing. Working in a shop where everything is worth a quid except you. About as depressing as it gets. And I know, you look at these guys, now what the fuck would David Cameron know about being unemployed? Now, he's never been unemployed as fuck. David Cameron's never woke up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He's never had a packet of flaming hot Monster Munch for his breakfast. David Cameron's never known that feeling of waking up at 3 in the afternoon and your only goal for the day is to try and piss a skid mark off the inside of your toilet.
Scottish humour is beyond the pale. It's about as crude as you can get. But that's what people do when they go to comedy clubs, comedy nights. The wilder, the better.
When you start seeing that as a challenge, okay, that's been 3 days, that's ridiculous. I could use the brush, but that's admitting defeat. I'm going to get a glass of water, I'm going to fucking reload here. I'll be 2 minutes, just try to get a hard on, get a bit of pressure on this. I still take public transport. I know some of you probably don't believe that. Sat there going, fucking no chance. That's Kev IN up there. Fucking no way. I still take the bus. I don't drive, that's my problem. I've took driving lessons once in my life, but I took them in London, and if I was there for 3 months to fill my days, I thought I'll do something productive, try to learn how to drive. Driving lesson in London, it's just you and a guy parked in a traffic jam. After about 10 minutes, he starts saying, okay mate, well that's Radio 1, just press that in there. That's your cigarette lighter, just give that a few seconds there, buddy. Don't know if you smoke, but that should be good to go. Glove compartment. Don't know if you wear gloves, mate. That's where to keep them. If your hands get a bit sweaty. Okay, we're now going to reverse back. 15 yards. We'll drop you home and we'll see you next Wednesday. That was as far as I got. I was on a bus up here about 6 months ago, and a guy got on. He put his money in. The bus driver said, how much is that? And the guy said, it's £1.70. How? In Glasgow, how means why. I don't know why that is. You don't say £1.70, why. You say £1.70, how. You don't ponder why, you demand how. He said £1.70, how. And the driver said, well, it's £1.85 for a single. And the guy said, it was £1.70 yesterday, you fucking dick. Classic negotiation tactics. But the driver held his nerve and he said, well, it's £1.85 today, you fucking dick. It was good. So on public transport, you see a battle of the wits like this. And the guy just lost it. He said, £1.85. I don't want to buy the fucking bus. He's doing that sort of appealing for witnesses. And it goes on, and the guy starts punching the bit of perspex to get to the driver. And over years of taking the bus, I have familiarised myself with the onboard safety instructions. When a guy kicks off with a driver, don't even fucking look, just turn, look out the window, stare at the chewing gum, and go to a happy place. Have a bit of me time. I wonder how many fish fingers I've got in the freezer. I'm pretty sure I've seen there were 3. I need to stop eating odd numbers of fish fingers. That was inevitable. There was going to be 3 left. Now what the fuck am I going to do with 3 fish fingers? That's not a lunch or a tea. That's just no man's land. I'm going to have to have one of their Tuesday night dinners when you put a gammon steak and then just chuck the 3 fish fingers on as well. Wherever you go in your happy place, you start to find that you get to know yourself. I looked at the window and there was a stationery shop. I never knew I liked stationery until that minute. I just looked there and going, that's a fucking great deal on rubbers. When was the last time I rubbed something out? I might go in there, buy their rubbers, I might buy a pencil, sharpen it, a nice new pad, nice sharp pencil, write my name, and then just fucking rub it out. By the time I'd come back in for a landing, this situation had been resolved. A good Samaritan had put the extra money in just to get the bus moving, and the guy was on. He'd made it. Everybody's bracing themselves. Where's he going to sit? It's quite a quiet bus. I was going, fuck. The guy's on. And it was then I realised that I was sat in the seats that are designed for conversation. You know, the seats that face in opposite directions for people looking for stimulating debate with like-minded folk on the world's big issues. Speaker's corner, that's where I was sat. And the guy, he came in and sat right opposite me. He never recognised me, oblivious to the fact he was sitting opposite KVN. Never fucking... And the bus is pulling away. He's not going to a happy place. He's looking at that station of shot. I might go in there and buy a pencil, sharpen it and stab him in the eye, the fucking wanker. The bus is going on, and he started talking to me. He said, "Where are you going, mate?" And I said, "I'm just going to meet my mate at the cinema." And he said, I've not been to the cinema in fucking ages. Right? And I said, "Oh, all right." He's still struggling for small talk. You need to keep it going. You don't want the guy thinking you're being ignorant. I just said, "Oh, all right." And he said, "Do you ever see that movie, Social Network?" That's what he asked me. And I said, "Oh, the movie about Facebook." And he said, "Correct." As if you survived that fucking round. He said, "That Mark Zuckerberg, he's worth billions, mate." And I said, "Oh, I can imagine." And he said, "How?" And I said, "Well, he's the owner of Facebook." And he said, "Aye, but how does that make money, mate? It's fucking free." And you don't laugh. The onboard safety instructions tell you do not. In order to avoid a punctured lung, keep your face firmly. Keep your face firmly on screensaver mode. Just. He said, "If I was in charge of Facebook, mate, I'd be saying fucking quid a go." And it gave me a small sense of hometown pride when I realised the guy was serious. Small sense of hometown pride that there must be very few places in the world where Mark Zuckerberg would be offered financial advice from a guy who was 15 pence short for a single fucking bus. Have you shown our bro? I don't know if it made the papers. A guy, he walked in about 10 seconds late, and I said, "How's it going, sir?" And he looked at me with fucking venom in his eyes. He was just right there. Not a way you can tell when somebody's kidding on and when somebody's fucking mental. I said, "I'm just saying, are you all right, mate?" And he said, "No." He said, "I'm not all right." He said, "In fact, I'm going to kick your cunt in." Even in Scotland, any English folk here, that's aggressive.
Oh, Jesus, Scotland's mental. It really is.
I was a wee bit taken aback, but another guy in the audience leapt to my defence, and I apologise for the language in advance here. I'm only quoting this guy, and it's probably the most beautiful sentence I have ever heard. He said, "Your arse. Your fanny. You're going to kick no cunt's cunt in." Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have...
There's a lot of swearing in that. Just be aware. I might put that bit at the front of the episode. Edit it out. Just say a lot of swearing. If you're offended by swearing, don't come to the end of this. But that's Kevin Bridges. He's not going to go down well in China or India. Probably Australia. Most of the world, to be fair. But he's a very broad Scottish-speaking person. And I get him. I understand him. But lots of people won't understand what he's saying. But the Scottish people do. And they're some of the funniest people you'd ever wish to meet. But I'm going to go back into some more Kevin Bridges as well. Where are we? Two monitors. Gets all mental when there's two monitors. But yeah, thank you for watching anyway, if you're still here. I need some more ideas. Please help me out. I love funny stuff, and I think there's a lot of funny people out there that I've not yet discovered. So bring it on. Write it in the comments. Let me know what it is. Send me a message, whatever it is. Can you send messages on YouTube? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to do some more Kevin Bridges because I like watching him. He's funny. But with that, I'll sign out for the night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.